I hope everyone has some idea about SAP FICO, and yes, of course, you have some expectation about to know about SAP FICO's career, and how that SAP works. What is actually FICO? Some terminologies made you confused. Uh, in this session, you're going to get a clarity about those. So the first thing is what is actually SAP FSU, and how that is going to be helpful you to get a good career path. That means I'm going to explain three things here in this session. So that is okay. One is the concept of SAP. So let us understand some basics. You might have done some R&D and you got some idea, but some basic idea behind SAP, and how SAP ERP built. That means you might be having some experience in SAP, may not be, because as I didn't get any of your introduction, I'm not aware of like what's your background. But still, I'm taking as in a generic way that okay, you might be having some experience as an end user, or maybe very new to SAP. We may not know have the idea of the SAP and other things involved. So in the second question, you're going to get an idea of like how SAP can be understood. What is it actually? And finally, the important part is the career path, career opportunities in SAP FICO. So these three questions will make you understand about this career path, and how you can understand SAP and how you can plan your career with SAP FICO course and knowledge. So by end of this third question, we'll be having very clear idea about that what you can do with this knowledge for your career. So now, before that, if you have something specific thing you want to know, say for example, no, you have some idea already, and you may have to you are expecting something else, or you have some other things to be added to this one. If you have anything like that, you can just unmute and ask yourself, because I already invited you all to stage. I'm still inviting those who are interested also. Do you have any questions? Anything relating to? I'm going to explain these three things in this session. One is the concept of SAP, the basic idea behind SAP, and how SAP ERP built. How you can very new, like being a new person, how you can understand SAP. The third question is importantly, how this is beneficial to your career in finance field. These are the three things which I'm going to explain. Do you have any other expectation other than this? Anybody? So let us move now. So the first one is let us try to understand the basic idea behind SAP concept. What's this actually concept is about? First thing is many people think that SAP is a software. Actually, it's not a software name; it's a company name. The full form of SAP is System Application and Product in Data Processing. This is the full form of SAP, and this is a German-based company. It's a German-based company. So this company develops SAP ERPs. This company develops ERP. The name of the ERP, the latest version ERP name is S4HANA. You might have heard this already. Latest version of SAP ERP is S4HANA. And this software is used more than 180 plus countries around the world. And lakhs of companies are using around the world this software. Lakhs of companies are using this. So this is the basic concept you should know. So the first thing is the company called SAP from Germany, which develops ERP softwares. The name of the software is S4HANA, and this is used almost all the countries around the world. So the second question, let us take this second question. So if you are very new to SAP, so you are planning to build your career with SAP, then how you can understand this? How you can dig this software? When you look into SAP software, you find modules within this. There are many modules out there. These modules also we can call from our generic way like programs, applications like that. These modules are designed based on business processes. Business processes. So, what are the general business process we see in businesses? Say, for example, we have accounting, reporting, inventory activities, sales, HR, like this. These are the common activities we see in different businesses. SAP modules are designed to handle these processes. So the first thing is accounting. Like for example, to handle accounting process, we have a module called FI. That is financial accounting. This is a module name, which is designed to handle accounting process. There's a reporting process, specifically internal financial reports, which we can handle. That we call it as controlling module. And material management can be used to handle inventory activities, sales and distribution for sales activities, human capital management for HR, like this. Like this, SAP designed its software for different modules to handle different processes of the business. It's not limited to only five or six. That you have to understand. It's not limited to only five or six modules. There are more than 50 plus modules. When you look into SAP, there are more than 50 plus modules are there in SAP. So why it has more than 50 plus modules? That one thing is using the single software, ERP, single ERP. Almost all the business activities can be handled of the different business, different industries. Say for example, so this software can be used by retail business. This software can be used by service oriented business or manufacturing business, like this. So how it's going to be used for different industries means, say for example, one example, if you take, if a company is a manufacturing company which is using this SAP ERP, and generally manufacturing companies will be having this production process. That production process can be handled using production planning module. The module, production planning module, which is designed to handle production process, generally it is used by manufacturing companies. But the same module, which is not useful to retail business, because retail generally do not have the production process. That means what I'm trying to tell here. So companies uses SAP based on their what the process they have in their business, and they ignore the models whichever they don't have. That means they don't use the models whichever is not required for. But SAP is backed up with all the process modules of the almost all the business activities. One simple example how it's going to be worked. Suppose if you buy a mobile phone you buy, right? So it's built with inbuilt with apps. That means it will be having more apps. So it's not compulsory that you should use all the apps because it's inbuilt. You use the apps whichever is useful to you, and you ignore the apps whichever is not useful to you. A similar way, companies also, when companies uses SAP based on what activities they have, they use the respective modules and they ignore the modules whichever they don't want. That's the reason we call this as global ERP. We call it as global ERP. So in this, today we are talking, as I said already in the PPT, I was showing that demonstration on the SAP FICO. So in this session, these are the two modules which we call it as SAP FICO module. We call this as FICO. How? The first two letters of financial accounting FI and the first two letters of controlling module CO, we call together FICO module. We call together FICO module. When you heard of a FICO means it's a two modules of relating to financial accounting and reporting. These two modules, it's one of the two modules in the SAP ERP package. And these two modules which are useful for the accounting process. This financial accounting, which I mentioned already. So we can handle accounts payable, general ledger accounting, accounts receivable, asset accounting, assets, banking, like this. The activities which are related to accounting we can handle through this financial accounting and controlling model, which is useful for the purpose of internal financial reports, specifically internal reporting, or else we can call it as also management reporting. management reporting. Okay. So when you are having an idea to get into this field, that means you want to build your career in SAP finance, and you want to get into this SAP field for a better career growth. Then having these two module skills, that is FICO module skills, on your resume is mandatory. When you get these skills, you can expect the job in SAP finance field. Then what type of job you can expect? That's the third important question. That's the third important question. When you get this skill, when you get this skills, FICO, you can expect some career opportunities, very good career opportunities with this skills. So then what it is? I'm going to answer that question at this third point. Before that, I'm going to take you to the SAP screens for a minute to show you how the modules look. Just I'm going to show you now. Before I answer this third question, I'm going to show you how this modules looks in SAP and how SAP screens looks and all these basic things which I'm going to introduce for a minute. So this is what we call it as SAP GUI. Okay, so I'm going to log in. GUI means graphical user interface. It's an application which is used to connect to the SAP software. So here, what you're going to see now, this is the home screen of SAP, we call it. This is the home screen of SAP, we call it. Also, we call it SAP Easy Access. SAP Easy Access. So under this easy access, you can see different business operations. Like see here, we we have the logistics, accounting, human resources. Under each operations, you find different modules relating to that operations. Say for example, under HR, you find this personal management, time management, payroll. All these are related to like human resources, that is HR activity. The same way, the logistics modules has some different modules relating to business operations like management, material management to handle inventory activities, sales and distribution to handle sales, production process for production activity. Like this, every module which is designed to handle different business processes. These are all we call it modules in SAP. And the same thing you find accounting. Under accounting, you find this financial accounting and controlling module. Financial accounting and controlling module, which are designed, as I mentioned, which are designed to handle accounting process and internal financial reports. Internal financial reports. Now let us move to this third question, the very important question. So, what is the use? That is, what is the benefits you are going to get if you get these skills, and what career opportunities you can expect? So, this let us try to understand now. We have these career opportunities, and when you look into SAP, you find two types of job here. When you look into SAP, you find two types of job here in this SAP. There's one thing is there are two types of job. If you have any questions before I go to this third this one, you can raise your hand and you can just ask your questions. Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? I welcome you to ask this at this point. Okay, that's so. Let us move to this third question. So, importantly, what you should understand here. So, when you get this FSCO skills, you find two types of financial job opportunities. I'm talking about financial job opportunities. Okay. So, the type one we call it as an SAP end user job. So, what is this actually end user job? So, in other words, we can say like finance executive or accounts executive or accounts manager, accounts related activities. We can use it. Finance and accounts and finance. F&A executive, call it, right? Or F&A. finance and accounting streamline. So these jobs are generally offered by SAP business users companies. That means SAP user companies offers this job to the candidates who has SAP FICO skills. So who are users companies? Let us try to understand. So the companies which uses SAP, we call it as SAP user companies. Say for example, in India, you can say the Reliance uses SAP, Vodafone company uses SAP, Tata companies uses SAP, MRF uses a company. Like this, lakhs of companies are using SAP around the world. These companies offers the job to the person who has SAP FICO skills on their resume. That means the candidate who has these skills. He offers the job as an SAP end user job in finance domain, and you will be a part of. You'll be a part of you'll be a part of financial accounting. That means you may be a part of in these companies. You may be a part of any process. Like you may be in the accounts payable. You may be in the payment section of accounts payable. Maybe in the accounts receivable, the billing section of billing or collection, or else maybe in the BRS bank reconciliation activity. Maybe, or you may handle all the activities in these companies of accounting. That means you'll be working in SAP in finance only as a user. In the you will be handling accounting process and reporting processes. So when you get this job in these companies, we call this as an SAP end user job. This is the first one. So then let us go to the second one. So what is the second type of job? It is we call it as an SAP consultant job. We call it SAP consultant job. So what is a consultant? Consultant's main work is to support SAP end users. We already got to know who are end users. Who are end users? Those who work in these companies as in these companies in the finance processes. So what is the consultant job? They support end users. They do not assist. They support end users with respect to SAP issues or queries, whatever they get it. So these jobs generally SAP consultant work in software companies or IT companies we call it. Say for example TCS, Wipro, Infosys, like this. So I give a simple example to make you better understand about SAP consultant job. Because when I talk about SAP end user, so we are like we are a little bit aware from the college days, like what is actually the accounts process and what is the accounts executive and other things they do. But when I say about these processes, but when I say about consultant, it may not be very clear to you all, like what is exactly they support to the end users and how do they work in IT companies and what is the qualification which you required. Just I give you that clarity now. So I give a simple example now to make you better understand how consultant job works in companies. Suppose, suppose if you get a health issue, what do you do generally? When you get a health issue, like if you get a high fever or something, generally we go to doctor first. After connecting to the doctor, we go to medical shop and buy the medicines. We go to medical shop and buy the medicines after getting the prescription. After diagnosing with the doctor, we go to medical shop and buy the medicines. Here, medical shop is a person who sells the medicine, and you are the person who buys the medicine. That means is a seller and he is the buyer. What's the role of doctor here? A doctor is a person. A doctor is a person who diagnoses your health issue and gives a prescription, what medicine to be given, taken from the medical shop. Being a buyer, you know that medicines are available here, but if you directly go there, you cannot buy because you do not know which medicine to be taken. So that's the main reason you go through the doctor. You must go through the doctor to buy the medicines from the medical shop. You cannot skip the doctor here. Doctor is a person who works in, who gives the prescription after diagnosing your health issue, what medicine to be taken from medical shop. The similar way, the similar way, the consultant job also works. How? Suppose it's like this, like if any company, just like they take this user company, the companies which uses, if any company wants to use SAP ERP, They do not directly go to SAP company. They go to SAP consulting companies. Say, for example, like these companies, like like what the company where the consultant was, we call it SAP consultant companies. So through them, they get connected to the SAP company. We know already. I already said that, okay, in the beginning. So it's starting of the class. Okay, SAP is a company from Germany which develops ERP software. So here, SAP is a company which develops ERP software and sells to the companies which they want to use it. Here, the Reliance, Vodafone, Tata companies are the user companies, and the SAP is a company which develops ERP software. And what's the role of consulting companies? Consulting companies supports these users companies to use that SAP as per their requirement. Why they want this consulting companies? Because SAP is not a small company. As mentioned earlier, it's a very huge software which consists more than 50 plus modules of the different businesses and different programs and other things are aligned with the different business processes. And they required to handle that software, they required consultants in the back end, just like a doctor. We do not require doctor if I know what medicine to be taken from the medical shop. The same way, consultant as well. The consultants are required to support this end users companies, the user companies, how to use that software for financial activities. Let me give some more clarity on this finally. So it's almost done. I give some more information. One is SAP end user and consultant job. So the main difference between these consultant and end users is if you become an end user, that means you are working finance department of user companies. You'll be working in front end of SAP, and if you working as a consultant, you work in back end of SAP. Working back end of SAP. So what is this front end and back end? Let me show it in SAP only. I show it in SAP only. I already said this is the SAP home screen which I explained already. I'm going to open up two screens now. As we discussed already earlier, we have two screens here, the same screens. And earlier I already said, okay, there are many modules under logistics, under HR, under finance. We have many modules. So depending on the requirement, companies uses. And now I'm going to open up on backend screen of SAP with a transaction code called SPRO. So this transaction code, we also call it like T code. So what is the use of transaction code and how it works? You better understand when you start your journey with SAP. Now let us try to understand what is this front end and back end. What is this front end and back end? So there are two screens which you are seeing here. There are two screens which you are seeing here. One is we call it as SAP Easy Access. This is SAP Home Screen we call it, and this is we call it Display MG. If you start as an user, if you start a career as an user, you work here in the Easy Access. That is in the front end of SAP. You work, and if you start your as a consultant, you're here. So how they are going to work? So that's the important thing. See, whatever the modules you see in the front end, this screen, you see the same modules also here. Say, for example, you have financial accounting here, and you have the same financial accounting here, and you have controlling module here, you have the same controlling module, and you have financial supply chain management, you have financial supply chain management, you have some, if you go to some different like enterprise controlling, we have enterprise control, like this. Every module which is in the front end screen where the users work, the same modules also there in the back end. If any company wants to use SAP as per the requirement, that means if a company decides to use a module to be used, like they want to use financial accounting module, that respective module need to set up in the backend. The same processes are in the backend. That's going to be set up in the backend. I'm going to repeat you. See, when the companies wants to use SAP, they work here. The users, the accountants and other things and all, they work here. If they want to use the software according to their requirement, that respective modules need to set up here in the backend by consultant. Because every process, whatever they use here, like general ledger, account receivables, payable, that same process also here. You can see general ledger accounting, and here we set up the system according to that it work here. If the consultant do not set up the system, the processes, the financial process in the backend, it does not work in the front end, it's useless. If they want to use that, the consultant must work in the backend. They have to set up in the backend. That's a major difference. That's the reason I said they work in the front end and the back end. And one more thing, if you want to be a end user, you require finance and accounting skills. The same skills are required to be here also. Okay, remember, to be a consultant also, you require same financial accounting and accounting skills. You do not require any technical skills. No skills are required to be a consultant. Just like like a consultant work in software company, IT company, doesn't mean that he should be must be a software engineer. No, to become a FICO consultant, you don't require any technical skills. You take my example. I already said about myself. I work as SAP FICO consultant. Okay, I work in software company, but my education background is BCom MBA. I have no idea of technical things. It's not required also to be a consultant. This is very much important. And as a final thing, I will give a simple example in SAP itself for these two types of job, so that you get more clarity. And will then the next after that, I'm going to take up your questions. Okay, so I'm going to give a simple example. Say for example, if you are an end user, if you are an accountant, okay, so how you can process in financial entries. I'm going to show you now. After that, I'm going to give you an example for consultant job as well. So suppose if you're an accountant, like let me take stationery, debit to cash credit, an entry to be entered in SAP. How you are going to do this? Okay, that so let me take this as in 2 lakh rupees or else. Okay, oh, 2 lakh rupees. I'll take it amount. This journal entry I'm going to show you. If a user, if a if you become an user, how you are going to process that entry in the front end screen. This is the user screen, SAP user access, and also I'll give you an example of consultant as well. So for to do this activity, I'm going to use a company code called B-22. I'm going to use this B-22 company code to do this activity. What is company code? Company code is mandatory to any process in SAP. So I'm going to do work under this accounting. So under accounting, under that financial accounting, general ledger. So an entry I'm going to pass. This entry I'm going to pass in the easy access screen as an user screen. So double click on this. So you can see here the company code is BI-22, and let me select the date and the GL account. I'm going to pick up this GL account. That is one is stationary GL and cash GL. So you can see that stationary GL here in the below. Stationary expenses GL 510000, and also I'll pick up the bank GL, not the cash GL. Bank GL, and it's debit and credit. So 2 lakh rupees amount. So there is one cost center is mandatory. I'm going to enter. So what is cost center? You'll understand better when you start your career with, journey with SAP. As of now, let us try to understand how we can process this transaction. So I entered the GL account here. Being an user, just I'm processing this journal entry. I'm debiting this and crediting this GL, that is stationary GL and bank GL for 2 lakh rupees. And system accepted this. I'm going to post this transaction. Let's save this transaction. and it's posted successfully. There is no problem. This is the entry which is posted. So this is how an user works in the front end. But I'm going to link this user things to the consultant example. So what is that? Actually, we just posted for this 2 lakh rupees, right? Suppose management of BI Fund 22 wants a limit on posting amount of maximum 50,000 rupees. That means if any user wants to post more than 50,000 rupees journal entry, then SAP should not allow. It should be, it should come for approval. It should be approved. So this is the requirement the management want in BFN a company BFN 22. That means a company which I just posted 2 lakh rupees from the accounting point of view, they want a restriction on amount. So any accountant should not be able to post more than 50,000. That's the requirement they want. If they want to post more than 50,000, that should be approved by man. It has to go like that. So how this is going to be handled? So whenever they have this type of requirement, they will connect to consultant saying that okay, I want SAP to be should be work like this, should work like this for them. So now we posted. Now next time when user tries to post, it should not work like that. It should be limited to 50,000. So as a consultant, it's our requirement to give this solution to them. Now I'm going to show you how a consultant fix this requirement. Now I'm going to show you how the consultant fix this requirement. So under same financial accounting, under display IMG, there's the backend screen. I go to one particular program here. Here we have an option, define tolerance group for employees under this financial accounting. Under this financial accounting, we have this option. I click on this option in the backend screen as a consultant and find the company code. The company code which I am using here is B-22. Here we have an option. That is amount per document option is there, upper limit. So for this company code, I'm going to fix the upper limit amount. Upper amount per document means per journal entry. I'll fix it for 50,000 in the backend. So what did I do now? I'm doing that. I'm asking, telling the system if a users of BFN 22 post and journal entry, upper limit should be per journal entry. Maximum is amount is 50,000. So I fixed this here. And where did I do this? I did this in the backend screen in as a consultant. I did this in the display engine. Just now we posted one 2 lakh rupees journal entry, right? Let us try to understand. Let us try to post the same entry again. I go back. Let us try to post the same entry again. Same repetition I do. I pick up the same GL account, same stationery GL and same bank GL, and debit and credit, and amount is 2 lakh again. Is a cost center is mandatory. I'll enter. Don't worry what it is as of now. Now you see, as soon as I enter in keyboard, system is stopping me. It's not allowing me the same entry now. After doing that backend entry, you may only post documents up to 50,000. You are allocated to a user group of the accounting department to which the specified amount restriction applies. So this restriction was not there before I set up in the backend. It was allowing. Now it started. So what does it mean? So the system is going to work according to the system setups, what we do, finance setups, what we do in the backend, every process as a consultant, and according to that in the front end it works. So this is how these two job types works. Both are finance job, as I mentioned. Both are finance job. If you ask me, okay, which one is better, which one is good or something, I suggest okay, to be a consultant is always good. Okay, to be a consultant is always good, and as an end user, you can grow. Also, you can as a consultant also you can grow. You have better opportunities than end users as a consultant. And in this course, so in GTR Academy, we are going to provide you so these two types of uh, job skills. That means you are going to get the skills. There are particular curriculum which is designed in a such a way that you are going to get an idea of, like, you are going to get the skills to start your career as an user, also as a consultant. That's your call. You can decide, okay, whether you want to be a consultant and whether you want to be user. That's going to be the counselor and the trainer are going to be give you the clarity and the idea of, like, what is the best one and how you can go ahead and other things under. It's going to be guided from our end.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, uh, I wanted to take this opportunity to say that thank you for giving a elaborated overview with respect to SAP FICO and how the opportunities are there with respect to consultant point of view and also end user point of view if you learn SAP FICO course. So
Yes.
I'm representing a GTR here. So GTR is not only giving a time, so it's also giving a full package of solutions with respect to career guidance. Okay, so we are not going to close the call by saying that yes, your course has been done, whatever the syllabus we promised we delivered. So it is we are ensuring that, so we are conducting a mock interviews and we will get the feedback of the candidates, what is there and what is the improvement is needed from the whoever taken the mock interview for you, so that we can work for your betterment of a real interview cracking ability. Okay, the probability of cracking a real interview post your mock interviews will be enormous, and because uh, whatever the corrections or whatever the mistakes you guys will going to make in the uh, mock interviews, those errors we will going to eliminate over the period of feedback and related to improvement point of view. That's a one important things we are bringing. Second one is we are bringing HR sessions. So what is HR things? So how the screening call is very important. First call we are going to receive. So why sometimes feedbacks from the HR side giving back to you once you clear the first round of technical interview, all those confusion or hidden informations we are going to bring it in the forum with the HR sessions, because we have collaborated with almost 105 different HR teams. They are working with us. So right now, four companies MSA we have. So we are keep supplying the students from our side whoever get trained. Okay, so it's not only SAP FICO module, so other modules as well. So, okay. And apart from this, so we are also bringing a very important difference here is how your personal branding should be there. So before getting into, you see, each and every person wanted to present themselves in a very clear and very professional way. So how to make it? So be it your photographs, be it your LinkedIn profiles, resumes, and ATS friendly resumes, all those things we are bringing here for your benefit, and it means to say that it's a GTR specialty or value addition we are bringing for our participants. Okay, so this is what additional perks we can able to say. So we are providing along with the SAP FICO training. So and right now, whatever the sessions you have attended, it is not a simple sessions. It's a certificate oriented sessions. What is the certificate? So how you have understood the introductions of SAP FICO and the aspects of the FICOs in terms of and applications and the job opportunities, everything. So in your LMS login, so each and every participants can go over there, and so you can able to download the your certificate. uh, Arjun Anand sir, can you go to that LMS portal? One second, we will show the details to the students.
So I have some question. So shall I ask you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can ask the
Yes.
questions in the meantime.
What will be the course duration?
The course durations. we are conducting in two different time zone in the sense pattern. One is everyday sessions we are planning. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
every day time, something like that we are planning. That is a 5 hours in a week, so Monday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, Saturday Sunday. So Saturday Sunday, if we conduct the class, Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours, 4 hours will be there. So
Mm-hmm.
by that way, roughly we can forecast minimum 2.5 to 3 months, because in between any festivals or any
Yeah.
in between trainer leaves and other things, if you consider, so it will go
Yeah.
into 3 months roughly.
So, for weekends or for weekdays? For both?
Uh, can you repeat one more time?
I'm asking for weekdays, it will take 2 to 3 months, or for weekends?
Yeah, weekdays, if you take, it is 2.5 months will be the closing time. So if you take weekends, it
Mm-hmm.
will roughly 3 months minimum. That is what the expectations. And along with that, whatever the sessions you are attending, is those sessions we are adding into our LMS. Okay, so that is our own built LMS is there.
The recorded
Uh,
session.
yeah, yeah. So recorded sessions will be available, so you can able to
And
view those sessions if sometimes you are not able to
y-
appear or
uh,
turn on.
yeah, Anand sir did a GL post, right? So,
Yes, Anand
yeah,
sir will comment.
yeah, stationary account DR to cash account, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So,
Over to you, Anand.
yeah, we buy our product from vendor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So why we did GL entry? We can do uh, accounts payable entry, right? For vendor entry.
Yes,
Why?
that we can do it. See, it's a cash and carry. You go to a
Yeah,
shop and buy that with the cash.
I
Then
I
you
have
will have to do this.
I have a doubt, so that's why I'm asking this question. Hmm,
See, that's what.
hmm.
So if the cash GL entries are comes means it's a cash and carry.
Okay.
It's not in credit purchase. If you purchase with this vendor, so then it will comes with vendor. This entry is a separate entry.
Vendor account DR2. Yeah.
That will come like this.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Vendor creditor. So same amount. Then another entry of payment. Vendor debit.
Entry payment.
It will come like this. So second. That's a different entry we do it. So depending on, so for a simple demonstration, I just showed you the cash
Yeah,
and carry.
I got your point. So I want to know the difference between these. So why we do GL entry?
So in companies we do the GL entry. If a person comes and cleans your office,
Yeah.
okay, and I ask for 500 rupees,
Okay.
you cannot ask him to give a give a invoice. You have
Yeah,
to give
yeah.
it cash, right? Then it's a cash and carry only, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
If
Got
a
it.
person in front of your office gives a coffee to you and ask, okay, you'll ask him to give some snacks to your guest,
Mm-hmm.
and he will the five coffees. Can
Mm-hmm.
you give him a check? No, right? You have to give a cash only.
Okay,
You
got it,
cannot
got
ask him to give a invoice for five, fairs.
it.
If you want
Mm-hmm.
to do that, say for example, we have to go here in the accounts payable.
Mm-hmm.
The same
Yeah,
entry are going to this.
Usually,
So
what
once I
happens, Anand sir, one second. Usually, what happens if anything is posting it to be happen. So, especially this kind of miscellaneous. So, we will going to post it to some cost center related GL account. So, from there, we are going to pick the cost and we'll going to be. But at the end, it should be in the track. Okay, one point.
Yeah, got it,
Second
got
point, it should be in the accountability. So somewhere, some fellow, sometimes audit time, anybody can ask those queries. So
it.
those things need to be recorded.
Be
And usually, this is a one of the key decision making information from the CEO mindset. So this will go into this data will go into drive for CEO minds to have their own cafeteria. Okay,
mm-hmm.
own
Got
guest house. Okay, instead of paying to the hotel, own transportation facility for picking the guest. These are all the information driven driving elements for making this kind of bigger decisions.
Yeah, yeah. We will be having all the records, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for example, just for your understanding,
Mhm.
every time for your company guests are coming, so you are paying for one of the nearby car rental fellow, so that will go into around cost around 8 lakh per year. Then you are thinking to go for owning your own vehicle, right? Whether it is a second hand or a fresh one, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
So then the same car will be used for some other purpose, company related purpose as well.
Mhm.
So this information is crucial information for company to take
Exactly.
such decisions. Yes.
Mhm. Got it. Got it.
See, the vendor entry we can do here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same way,
Yeah.
this is supplier credit and
Mhm.
stationery debit.
If we do 550,000 post invoice, after that we have to do the payment. Okay,
Hmm.
F, under F-53. So if
Yes,
we do the payment from SAP,
hmm.
how vendor will get the payment?
That's see, SAP is an accounting software.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So it accounts here. What is the books? What you want to do maintain? It accounts here. Then if you
Mhm.
want to make a payment to the vendor,
Mhm.
so how you are going to make a payment to the vendor? So you want to instruct the bank. So you can instruct through the check. You can instruct through the online, saying that okay, you have to pay this much amount. Then you reduce your bank account from the GL, and that's going to be reduced there only else. So it's an instruction. See, SAP is not a software which is not going to make a payment to him.
Yeah,
It's
that's that
accounts payment.
that
So that
that's
means
understand. Mhm. Mhm.
that means what? It's going to account here. After that,
Yeah,
instructing to the bank is it's a company call. So
mhm.
maybe we can make it automate also. That's a company call again.
Yeah. That is what I'm asking. If we do the payment in F-53, we have done the payment. How bank will get to know?
We have to inform bank.
We have to share the details. Is it
Yes, of course. We have
okay?
to
There is
These
inform.
are these
there
are
is
all the
no connection
IDOC.
between there is no
No, no, no.
connection between bank and SAP. Is it?
Good question. Good question. There is an integration activity, so we are going to establish this informations with bank system. So this informations either it passes through their authorized channels to them so that they can validate. Oh, this entry is coming from this company. I need to make a payment for this. So that is what. So nowadays, lot of especially private banks. So earlier days it was very tough. Nowadays, private banks are understanding the upgradation of companies with respect to this accounting softwares, and they are ready to collaborate with them in terms of data communications point of view as well. So from that point of view they will transfer the money. So again the bank will going to send an acknowledgement back to the companies as well via integrations.
It's always it's a third party integration. There
Yeah.
is no direct connection from SAP. We have to
Hmm.
integrate a third party to communicate to the bank. So what is the instruction is given from the SAP to the that will go for an approval. Through approval, it will communicate to the bank server to
Oh,
Hmm.
instruct them.
bank
So that's
server and SAP server both will be connected, right?
so with the through the third party software.
Through the third party, like OData, something like that, right?
It's purely a technical call. Even we don't need to worry about it.
Oh,
As I mentioned,
ABAP, ABAP
my
team will
duty
be there.
Yeah,
as I
yeah.
mentioned, my duty is as a consultant how to make improper accounting and reports and whatever the challenges is related to finance. We worry about it. I
Hmm.
clearly mentioned about technical
Yeah.
skills. It's not required. So how it's
Mhm.
going to be completed? It's a call of technical people. They will worry about. I will ask them to okay. I want this company. This information has to be reach this bank like this. That's
Mhm.
it. That's my word.
Destination system. Yeah.
Got
And also, I need to monitor that. That's my thing. Whether it's working or not. How to connect it? It's a duty of a technical consultant. They will worry
Mhm.
about.
Got it. Thank you.
Just for other people also to understand. For example, I am the company and you are the bank.
Mhm.
Anand sir is, is a mediator in between. That is called third party. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever SAP related informations I am making or entries I am making, I will push it to Anand. So
Mhm.
my duty will going to end by checking with Anand. Are you
Mhm.
received the information? If Anand says yes, my activity is done. So from Anand to you, it has to be transferred. Okay. Similar way, I am expecting some data, some acknowledgement. You are the bank. From you to Anand, Anand to me. So I am not worried about whether the communication happened between you and Anand. So I am worried about, is it Anand send the information back to my SAP system? If I receive, that's fine. If I am not received, then I will ask Anand. So here in Anand system, if the issue is there, then the comes as a technical guy. That technical guy will look into this issue. That is called whatever. For example, our mobile is not working. We will call to Airtel system, right? We are
Correct.
not jump into the system. We are telling to Airtel to solve this because I need to make a call.
Okay. So who will be third party?
Different systems are there, different people are there to play a very important role here. For
Okay.
example, Copa, sometime Vertex, so lot of
Copa.
third party related tool or companies are there. So they will
Copa
go
is
into
the
support
profit
on that.
analysis, right?
That's what
Now,
I'm just given an example actually. So many
Copa
other
is under
devices are there.
CEO. It's not related to bank or
see, see,
between third party.
Kwasi, what he is telling company names, not the model name.
Not the module name.
Okay, got it, got it.
Telling
I thought
company
it's
name,
about
let's talk
Copa.
about it. It's not a
Ah,
COPA.
Sorry, sorry.
Profitability analysis is not talking.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, sorry. I thought you were telling about Copa.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the companies who is going to be act as a third party with us.
Okay, okay. Any company it will be.
Yeah, yeah, any company.
Okay. Oh, got it, got it. Yeah.
So for others, sorry, we took little time. For others, so Anand sir, can you go to that course something was there, no, in the LMS system? Yeah. So here in the below somewhere. So can you go one step back? There is a course certification available, I think. Can you come down? Not here, not here. SAP FICO demonstration. Can you go back? Can you come down? Lost. I think in the last, in the last. That's it. Certificate. So here you guys can download your certificates based on your uh, questions. There is a questions as well, quiz. So activity you need to complete and download your certificate so that you have attended the sessions and it was useful and informative in terms of that. Okay. So as I mentioned, reiterate. So for you guys, you will get a call from our counselors. All the counselor, respective counselors, will going to call back to you and discuss with you. So with respect to the demo sessions, okay, and then you can share your feedback and also your enrollment. So with respect to GTR welcome kit with enrollment with respect to this course, we are providing a welcome kit so that in that you will going to get some like water bottle, t-shirts, diary, pen, mouse pad. So these are the things are there. So you can avail those things based on your enrollment. Okay.
So we
Hope
will be
you.
having HR session.
HR sessions is a part of the FICO. Means so
Okay.
once you're done with the FICO course, we are not telling
Mm-hmm.
you the course has over. Get you can start searching jobs. No, we will ensure that the candidate will not miss any of the upcoming opportunities. So for that reason, you may going to do some mistakes in HR calls as well. You may going to do some mistakes in technical interview as well. So for that reason, demonstrations we are sorry, mock interviews we are going to conduct. So HR session you should not miss properly. So for that reason, HR session will be conducted as a part of the course, and then we are going to prepare your CV and photographs, LinkedIn profiles,
Yeah.
everything,
So
so that
yeah.
ATS
Sorry to
friendly.
interrupt you. But after the course, we will be having some projects or not?
Yes, we have projects.
How many projects we have?
The projects with respect to your assignments point of view, and we will ask you to create your own company and org structures and how the data migrations activities will going to happen. These are all the things we are articulate as a end at the end of the course, so that you guys need to execute. Okay,
Okay.
once you get into the company, how the activities you are going to perform, that part of the mimic we are going to have it copy of that.
So, sorry to tell you this, but as a fresher, it's very difficult to get a job in SAP FICO. If you search on Naukri or LinkedIn, always you will see at least they are asking for 3 years of experience minimum.
That is the reason I said that. So this So 107, 108 HR's collaborations we have. So
Okay.
those are ready to pick the fresher guys, and
Oh,
through us they are picking. No,
okay.
so compared to the market, they are having first level of confidence with us. So
Mm,
they are giving a good training and other things.
okay.
That's a one confidence HR can get, and also HR is having a second level of confidence. The candidate will not going to change the company for certain duration of time. So these
Mhm,
are the things will be there.
mhm, mhm.
It's not
So,
again bonding and other things. So
mm,
it's an assurance. For example, we are giving a candidate. So
mm,
we'll ask the candidate to stay for 1 year, 6 months, so that you will get a lot of learning point of view, because you are the beginner. You need to know the SAP system so properly. So the first company is a very good company. You can
mhm,
establish, or you can get into the system very clearly. Then you can go for your
mm,
whatever the dream locations.
mhm, mhm, mhm. So placement is guarantee from GTR, right?
Please, very good questions. Very, very important questions. So, for example, I will say yes, we are providing a placement guarantee.
Mhm, mhm,
24 students are there right now, so they are enrolling.
mhm,
So, since I promise now,
mhm,
hardly 18 to 12 people are joining every classes I am talking.
mhm, mhm.
And also, okay, for example, 20 people only joining classes. Out of
Mm,
20, it's not a offline class, it's an online class.
yeah.
I don't know whether you are seeing a mobile or whether you are joined the class and
Yeah.
you've gone to watch a movie. I don't know
Yeah.
anything, right?
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
If I'm not getting a proper responses from you during the class
Yeah.
hours,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Second point, during the mock interviews, if I am not able to get a confidence on you,
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
where is my promise will going to be remains?
Mhm, mhm, mhm. It depends on the student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
See, see, GTR company will not going to make magic in your career, definitely.
exactly. 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 We have to give our
GTR
100%.
will be stand next to you as a best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
GTR will going to guide you. The receiving end, you should be very strong in the sense you
Mhm,
should be hungry, you should be
mhm,
dedicated, determinations. These are all the things anywhere, not only GTR courses or anywhere in the life,
mhm.
any aspects you go ahead, it
Yeah.
will be very much needed. Correct.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Exactly.
Yeah. So, if you ask the question like this, do you have a, opening for SAP FICO candidate after the training? Yes, we have. But I am not telling you for you only, because reason behind that, you are not completed the course properly. You are not meet the expected statistics
Mhm,
in the
mhm.
during the mock interviews. You out of 10 you got a 2 marks. Then where I can get the job for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have
Exactly.
a opening ready. So, but out of 10 you got only two marks.
Mhm, mhm.
So that play a very important role.
Your name is what's your name, sir?
My
Mm,
name,
yeah, I'm not able to see your name. Is Anand Kumar
yes, yes. Anand Kumar sir is a presenting person.
present? And your name, sir?
My name is Eti.
Eti. Okay, okay. Thank you, Eti. So, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Any questions?
Yeah,
Any queries?
someone asked, sir. I don't have any idea.
I've not seen the chart. Sorry. FICO, any IT? I don't have any IT background. Is get a job? Is okay. It is. Is it easy to get a job in SAP FICO? That is the questions. Gopi Raj, right? Yes, it's not easy to get a job if you do, as I said, that proper practice, and if you hit your trainer head saying that, sir, I wanted to know, I wanted to see, being a trainer, whether me or Anand, anyone. So if the student asks many more logical questions, definitely we will fall in love with that candidate, because we can able to sense that the aggressiveness in study, okay, and open to learn more things. These are all the things we are, as a trainer, we are going to expect. The guy is coming and sitting, no questions. When I ask the questions, he is not responding, then it is a problem. So any background is fine, no background is required. If you know basic accounting knowledge, okay, So that accounting knowledge or logical with respect to connecting the YCR, DR, and the YGL, what is a GL account, what is journal entry, and balance sheet, P&L accounts, okay, what is cost center, what is asset, okay. So these are all the things if you know, okay, I think you are good to start. No much background is required to start a SAP FICO. Can the career gap person can learn and make the changes in the career? Yes, definitely. Why not? See, one or the other reasons, maybe health issues, maybe family, maybe sometimes students will take a break to go for an aspirant for UPSC KPSC exams, so maybe girls will go for marriage break. Of course, the career will not going to end after this gap, right? So definitely you if you able to demonstrate the skills in front of the interviewer, you are having a place in any company, definitely. Any questions, please? Either in the chat or either in the uh, voice as well. Anything is fine. Any queries, please? No queries? Then I will say, please go to your LMS uh, login. Okay, go to certificate sections. Please download your certificates, and our counselor will go into discuss with you regarding an enrollment for this course. Session will boost this session. Okay, thank you so much. All the thanks goes to Anand for clear explanations about SAP. Okay, so the starting packages, very good questions. I think Anand can take these questions if Anand is available. Starting package means what the your background. For example, are you become graduate, are you MBA graduate, or what is your background, or do you have any 1 year 2 years experience or gap? What is the status, please? BSc, fine, okay. So Anand can tell this answer. What is the beginning packages for SAP FICO fresher? I think it's around, as of my knowledge, it's around 5 to 8 lakh in that range. Okay, so little bit. See, in the beginning time, any candidate, I am also gone for campus interviews like that. Okay, so definitely we will not going to look for the skill set. Of course, being a fresher, we can't expect more with respect to specified things, or a, what is it called, specified skill set, okay. But we can able to expect the attitude of the students and learning ability, how you came to this idea and what made you to do, okay. All these things we are going to ask in the back end of our head, okay, how logically is working, and how determinant if this is not working, if this is a failure, then what you are going to do. So then that shows that how you are going to overcome from that kind of failures. This could be the questions, okay. So if your presentations for these questions is very good, and also some of the FICO touch up, if you do it properly, then you are having very good packages. So little communication skills in the beginning stage is expected too much. Later part, for example, you have a 5 years of experience, your communication is less, I agree, okay, but your SAP skill set speaks lot, then your packages will be boosted very good way, okay. I have no idea about SAP and the career gap. I am a BA background, okay, and MA PPM background, which I am really wanted to learn. Can I see? Yes, definitely. See, I can suggest you, before jumping into the course, SAP FICO course, sit with your SAP FICO, sorry, sorry, BCom, MCom, okay. These guys, okay. Start asking some accountancy related questions. Just half an hour discussion, 3 to 4 sessions. You sit with them. That's enough for the background to have it.